Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 22nd of July 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite deck for today's reading, and we've also got two 22s in the day's date. 22 is the master number of the builder, so to me that says there's a major opportunity to create something significant and meaningful in your own life, and that you have control over that and you can build it for yourself. Let's see what the cards have to say about this day. So I'm just going to choose three here. Let's have a look. First card is the Eight of Pentacles. So this highlights hard work and being very productive and prolific in your work. So if you focus on something, you can get a lot done. You can be very proud of your performance by the end of the day and how much you've achieved. Then we've got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about emotional extremes. So I feel that that's the thing to look out for and avoid. And then finally, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a court card, and this is a woman who's living her life purpose and who's protected and safe, and she's happy. She's using all of her strength to make inroads when it comes to what's important in my life and what do I want to, again, create for myself. So that's very aligned with the master number of the builder and this card, the Eight of Pentacles. So because these two are flanking the Knight in the middle, I think the core issue of the day is this tendency to let your own feelings kind of derail you or distract you from achieving these two really good outcomes. So if anything is going to throw a spanner in the works, I think it's emotional upset and an inability to kind of keep a lid on things, and then the day derails itself because the emotions take over and you lose the focus on practical circumstances like work and asking yourself the big questions: what makes me happy and how do I want to use my energy to create something that supports me and helps other people and generate something positive and tangible that I can enjoy today and for the foreseeable future. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles it's a minor arcana card, so this is a temporary influence. Eight is about strength and power, and the Suit of Pentacles has to do with work, your physical body, your location, travel, anything that exists in the 3D physical world, and how you can use your energy to adapt that. So we've got this young kid with a chisel here, and he's creating 8 plates, 8 pentacles, and he's doing a really good job. They're all very, very similar, and he's kind of lining them up for, I don't know, when he opens the shop and actually sells them. So it's the hard work that needs to be done before the actual recognition or before going public, or the paperwork that needs to be dealt with before the actual move, or researching new ways of eating or healthy nutrition before you decide to change your diet, or it's the job applications before you get the new job. So do all the legwork, the preparation, and ask yourself, what is it that I want to change in my physical reality, because I have the mental kind of patience and ability to get everything organized, and I'm super consistent. I'm not going to be put off easily. I'm just going to go through step by step by step, and I'll get everything done that I need to. The Knight, then, I always mention that he's kind of like Romeo. It's this tendency to be way over the top. So, in Romeo and Juliet, she's sleeping, but he thinks she's been poisoned. So he flips and he drinks the poison, and then the whole thing just becomes a major tragedy because no one could really wait. Everyone's impatient, and it just becomes a disaster. And it's one emotion building on another, and then telling yourself a negative story, and it's hysteria, and then those hysteric actions lead to major chaos, and it's this negative snowball effect. So with the Knight, the downside is that he can totally let his feelings govern him, and he loses sight of what's real and what's practical. On the plus side, the Knight of Cups has the ability to actually feel something. He certainly knows what's going on for him emotionally. So it's interesting. You can use the plus points of the Knight to say, what is it that I care about? What do I want to be working on in future? This is my life as it is right now. I've been feeling maybe a bit flat or directionless or aimless. How can I tap into my own feelings and let those guide me as to what I should be working on next? So that's what the Knight offers you in a positive way, so that you can then get busy. But the thing to avoid is all these kind of fish on his cloak here, just feeling like you have absolutely no control over what's going on in your life. And they're always just reacting. So they're going with the current, and you feel like you're being led from one thing to the next. And it's that snowball effect I really feel you ought to watch out for. So it's not any point during the day if you get the sense of, wow, this really got away from me, and now I'm in a situation that I never planned for, and I'm talking to these people or doing things that I hadn't even considered, and it's all just one thing is happening after the other. I think it's a good thing to say, okay, time out. What is it that I'm actually interested in on this day? I'm not just a fish going with the current here. I have control of this day and how I'm going to use my focus and my energy and all this work that I'm doing. I'm not going to let that be taken from me. So the Queen is also someone who is in a good space and happy because she has taken charge of her life. So the key thing, again, I feel, is to be very discerning when it comes to how am I using my time and energy? And am I doing that in a way that's informed and that's going to have a payoff for me specifically? So it's interesting that I'm saying this, but I think that just going with the flow today isn't the best way forward. I think it's determining at the beginning of the day and saying, what is it that's important? And because it is the master number 22, what do I want to build? That's going to make the whole day run much more easily. Because if you have a plan for what you're doing, then little distractions can come and go, but you've got this main thing that you're focused on, and it means that, okay, I can be a little bit derailed at times, but I'm always going to go back to what I was initially setting out to do. And it's important, I feel, on this day to have something like that to hold on to and to focus you. So the Queen of Wands, and both these are court cards, right? So they appear as people or characteristics. I've spoken about the Knight in terms of the personality traits, but this can also be a person who comes into your life, male or female, who just throws an emotional bomb and completely shifts the energy of the day or what you're trying to do. And it doesn't need to be malicious. It's kind of, you're going to work and then you get a phone call from the school saying, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, but I'd just like to inform you that we've had to exclude your child from lessons again today because of bad behavior. Can you please come pick him up? And then you have to talk to your boss, and all the work that you were going to do goes out the window because now you have to go to the school, pick up your child, and then take care of him or her and all of that stuff. So it can be via another person. And same with the Queen. So she's someone who's living her life purpose. She's determined to use her happy, positive energy to create something. And the Queen of Wands, I always really associate with art and writing and making music. She's someone who is able to share her positive kind of point of view on life and the world by putting it in some tangible format. And we've got these lions everywhere, so she's strong. So she is able to take charge and say, I'm going to focus on the one thing that makes me happy, and then this without getting derailed. And then the black cat is protection. So if someone does try and throw a spanner in the work, the black cat then turns into this big lion, says, no, thank you, she's busy. She's booked already. No distractions, please. And that's important. If you do have a do not disturb sign, if you're working on something important, it's important to put those boundaries in place so you can get things done. But then if we look at the Queen as a person, this is someone who isn't attending parties or whatever. She's working on something that brings her joy. So either that can be someone you look up to, or again, if you're in a situation, in an office situation, and there's some sort of drama, and 9 out of 10 people in the office say, oh, let's hear what happened, but one person is in the corner doing the work that they're really interested in, you can look around and say, okay, what am I going to do for myself? Am I going to keep focused, or am I going to get involved in kind of frivolous gossip or things that aren't of any significance that take me away from what I would like to work on, basically. And in terms of characteristics, you do have the ability to take charge of whatever is happening and to keep the focus on the outcome that you're after. Number-wise, we've got 8, and the chord cards count as 1, so 8 and 1 is 9, and 1 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is the vibration of the pioneer, the person in charge, the boss, the person who's building on their own and creating. In the tarot, it's the magician, the first card in the major arcana. Someone listens to his higher self, listens to the emotions, instincts, in order to create magic on earth. So I feel that that is the opportunity and the gift of the day. And it's just important to have boundaries in place and to, exercise some self-discipline. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.